Hey Derp Nation, how's it going? It is TheDerpySmiler here, back at it with another Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 video. So, there has been leaks that went around, but I don't want to talk about those because it does take away from the game. And honestly, I actually, before making this video, was thinking about just not making anything for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 and just waiting for the game to release because it was pointless. Everyone knew the leaks already. But I think it's more fun to dive in when we finally see these characters, because I think every character, or every newcomer at the very least, was leaked with its box art. But a recent character had just come up, and that is actually Sheldon Plankton, and he actually looks great with his mech. I know he's riding on top of it, which is actually pretty cool. Very different for a character's fighting style. Kind of feels like he's playing a more Bowser Jr.-esque role, and I like it. I like Plankton's new robot. In other news, of course, we still have no clue if some of the characters are returning, because although I said and speculated in the last one that the 5 characters that were missing from the trailer probably were the ones that were cut, I now realize that in the trailer, they used gameplay from All-Star Brawl, the original, which means some of those characters that I saw that I thought were confirmed might not be confirmed. Some of those include both Ninja Turtles and Lincoln and Helga, and on top of a few others. But I like to think that if you're showing them, that means they're in, which means, in my mind, we're still missing 5 characters: Cat Dog, Oblina, Powdered Toast Man, Hugh Neutron, and finally Shredder. So, of course, there is also going to be DLC made available for, fighters. So I don't think we're going to see the veteran fighters return in said DLC. That would, especially when it only has like limited spots. I think it's only 4 or 5 spots. So bringing back characters instead of just getting characters from newer franchises or adding on to already existing franchises, doesn't make sense. I think the game would do so much better just by adding new characters and content instead of just revising or revisiting old ones. Maybe for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 3, you can bring them all together, do what Ultimate did, everyone is here, and every character just returns, plus some new additions on top of that, like Eliza Thornberry, who are some other additions I'd like to see, Mr. Krabs, Tucker and Sam, some people from Rocket Power, that'd be great too. If they didn't want to use the babies, they can use their versions from All Grown Up. Does anybody remember that show, All Grown Up? If you don't want to use Tommy or Angelica as babies to fight, then use their teen versions. Those will fight. I think I know why they don't put Arnold in this game from Hey Arnold, and apparently he's like a pacifist, which I get, like he doesn't like to fight, whatever. So, I didn't think though that that would mean like not putting him in the game yet. I do know that Nickelodeon, who is actually also behind this game, they're the ones pulling the strings, making sure things are happening, as well as the developers. They're telling the developers what to do. Want to keep the game as realistic as possible, which is why the fighting styles, nothing is made up. Everything is a reference to something that has been shown on their specific shows. Nothing is creative new, and their costumes as well. Nickelodeon handled those as well, made them references to prior things that they've worn or prior appearances that they've had, in their shows. Or I think for Ninja Turtles, probably several shows, several iterations of the show, and Garfield as well. Garfield could also span from the comics. So we also know that costumes are going to be, I think there's going to be like 2 or 3 costumes for each character this time around instead of just 1. So that's also going to be cool. And so much that this game has to offer really stems from what creative ideas Nickelodeon and I don't know if Ludosity is still running this game, but if they are, then Ludosity is capable of doing. Well, whoever is really running this game, props to you. I know, it's probably a little bit more difficult, but now the price tag for the game is actually worth it, because now it comes with everything set, instead of what we had for the first Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which was we had to wait for voice acting, for items, things like that. Actually, do we even have items in this game? I think that was something we were supposed to get, and it just never happened, if I'm correct. It was supposed to happen, and then it just never did, which was weird, because it was highly hinted at. I'm actually going on to my game right now to kind of just see if this was a thing that happened. Oh, there's item rules. Oh no, it's because I put the item frequency off. That's why I haven't been seeing them. So yeah, items weren't there apparently when the game began. So, but now they are. So, let's see, what do we have as items? I gotta keep these on, because I actually want to start playing with them. So, I already just turned mine on, so we're gonna be playing with those. But there's that. So, I can't see a game where Lucy is in it though and Lincoln isn't. This is going back to how some characters appeared in the trailer, because they were showing off Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and they weren't necessarily confirmed for 2. I don't know. It feels weird. I'm just saying, I don't think the game would work if you cut out a good chunk of their roster, right? Because if they did, a good portion of characters that people probably most likely wanted to see back would not make it back. It doesn't make sense to me. It would be a poor move on the creators' part and Nickelodeon, even if they were to just delay the game a little bit longer to add in these characters and then drop it, give us stages, more stages, and then add DLC on top of that. It just let it happen. It just has to happen. And I mean, there really is a lot going for this game though this time around that we're getting up front. So yes, I will be pouring my $50 into this game, as a pre-order whenever I get the chance to. But I want to hear what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments below. Does the game being spoiled and you knowing all the fighters, or most of the fighters, at least all the newcomers, actually ruin it for you? Or are you excited to see some, if not most, of these fighters? Let me know in the comments below, and take care of yourselves. Peace out.